Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Sports Talk Tasha Trash or Pass. So we're back, and I want to remind you to make sure you like my video and subscribe to my YouTube page as well. Make sure you also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Sports Talk Tasha. Thanks so much. Tune in, guys. Okay, guys, I regret to inform you that I don't really have any passes for this week. It's all trash. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. So let's start off with the first piece of trash. The Rams traded Jared Goff, 2 first-round picks, and a 3rd-round pick for Matt Stafford. And I'm confused. Like, to me, this is trash. Like, what are you thinking, LA Rams? What are you thinking? Matt Stafford is soon to be 33 years old. In fact, his birthday is on February 7th. Happy birthday, Matt. He was ranked 12th last season at the quarterback position. His actual best season as a quarterback was in 2011. But I don't know about y'all, but the Rams definitely gave up way too much. Like, what are they thinking? Matt Stafford is not worth that much. They gave up the house for your boy. And do y'all really think that Matt Stafford, if he would have been the quarterback for the Rams in the NFC divisional game against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, that Matt Stafford would have been the one key figure to make the world of difference? They probably would have scored more than 18 points. But guess what? They're not beating Aaron Rodgers and they're not beating the Packers. So what have you guys accomplished? What you guys have accomplished, LA Rams, is that you're going to score more points in the NFC divisional game next year. Less need. I don't know what made you make this decision, but if I'm the Lions, I'm like, fuck yeah. Thanks, you bitch. So the Lions won because the Rams still aren't winning the NFC divisional game. And I'm sorry, not sorry. They're going to only get past the wild card game as usual. And Jared Goff is going to be like, hey, look at what y'all did. Nothing. So moving right along, let's talk about the Wizards and the Nets. The Wizards beat the Nets in a very dramatic fashion over the weekend, 149 to 146. And listen. This was a crazy ass game. Let's talk about the stats. According to ESPN, in the last 25 seasons, you know ESPN is really good for these stats. In the last 25 seasons, teams are 9 and 23,498 when trailing by 5+ points in the final 10 seconds of the game. Guys, this means that the newly revamped Nets with Kyrie and KD, who Kyrie, by the way, is absolutely certain for the first time in his career knows that he has somebody playing with him that can hit the game winner if needed. So what does that mean? It means the Nets should have won this game. And I don't care if Russie and KD squash that beef. I don't care. I know, and y'all know, that Russie enjoyed every single minute of that victory, more than any the rest of the season. He's a friggin' Scorpio. They're sociopaths. So he is loving this shit. Anyway, I see networks trying to put out stats about James Harden since he's joined the Nets, and the Nets having the worst defensive rating and the worst defensive rating in the league and the worst defensive rating of all time. But let me tell you something. This isn't Harden's fault. My dear friend, James Harden was riding the pine last night, hurt. So let's call a spade a spade. The trashy trash in this whole equation is Steve Nash. Steve Nash did say that he only practices defense in the off season. And that shows. The last 3 opponents, 149, 129, 125 points. They've given up that many points every game. They're 6-9 in their losses against teams below 500. I never liked the Steve Nash hire ever. And I'm not changing my mind. He's trash. And it is what it is. Harden, welcome to, the same thing you're used to. You're just going to score a lot of points and you're never going to win that championship. It sucks, I know, but that's life. Anyway, guys, the final piece of trash of this week goes to the NFL, or maybe the Weeknd. I'm not really sure. It could be both, actually. I can't really decide here on this one. But the Weeknd reports that he spent millions of his own money for the NFL halftime show, of which he, of course, is the star. He's the main attraction. Why? Can somebody help me understand why? The NFL is a multi-billion-dollar organization, the Weeknd. Multi-billion. You don't have billions. They do. And they can afford to spend whatever money they want to make your halftime show look amazing. The NFL does not give a flying rat's ass about you, and they don't pay you to perform either. So I don't care. Your halftime show would have been just fine with NFL money, but you want to show out and show off, so you're going to spend your own money. And what does that really make you look like? Very stupid. You look dumb as fuck. And if you think you're going to look cool, no, you're really just looking stupid because you spent all your money, or well, not all, but a lot of your money on something that you could have gotten paid for if you'd asked the right people. But it's all good. Go off, sis. Get your halftime show. I'm sure it's going to be great. But I'm going to be watching it and I'm going to be thinking, this dumbass spent his own money. Anyway, guys, that is my wrap up of Trash or Pass for this week. Please comment and tell me what you think. Do you really think that Steve Nash is as trash as I say? Do you guys like James Harden? Do you think the Weeknd is stupid? He is stupid. I don't care if you don't think he's stupid. He's stupid. And do you think that the Lions or the Rams won in that trade? Let me know. Make sure you subscribe and like my video, guys. Have a great day.